Check. Test. All right. For business. Morning from the East Coast. Nice, dark, and early here. Thanks for joining me. Today, got the ah something park loop. What is the name of this loop? I've done it before. I had a race in the last series actually that was on the same course, so I'm familiar with it, and I did okay. I was in the same category, 570 to 725, and I ended up getting, I think it was 8th place that race, so not bad at all. But also, in the lead up to the finish, I feel like I could have done things a little differently, maybe a little better. I have a strategy in mind that might position me a little bit better for a higher placing. Of course, that's all going to depend on the that's all going to depend on the other riders. They all get a say. Might be filled with a lot of really strong guys. Over 20 riders signed up for this in this category, so definitely quite a few. So we'll see how I stack up against the rest of them. I did look at Swift Power, and Swift Power has me as one of the better sprinters for sure. With that being said, there's that climb right before the finish, and it is just a gasser. So it's really, really hard to gauge a good sprint immediately following that climb. Not to say I can't put some power down, but certainly not anywhere near my max. And hello, Noah. Glad to have you here. And Prospect Park, I think yeah, Prospect Park Loop. Thanks, Noah. Appreciate that. Great to have you, sir. So for this race, I'm doing Control SL8, and I am faced with a dilemma on wheel set. After Bikes recommends that I go with disc wheels, which I think overall for that course is the best. Makes sense. Also flat. But the hill, that hill, while it's not super long, if you are towards the heavier end of the riders in the race, well, that means you have to put more power out in order to maintain the same speed. And that's exhausting, especially when it comes to attacks at the top, because inevitably somebody will attack on or at the top of the hill. I'd say almost every lap. And I want to have some energy for that, cover those. And also, you got to do sprint last lap right after that climb. So, that being said, I decided to rock the Envies. Are the best all around wheel set. They're good on the flat. I mean, I don't think I'm kind of having to put a lot more power out or something like that. Stay in the pack. And I'm normally pretty good at hiding at the back of the pack when there's nothing going on. So there's my thought process on the wheel selection. That's gas, Tomas. Yeah, gonna be a lot of gas out here today. As you can see, we are in the higher of the two A categories. And with that, you have a lot of guys in here. I won't say a lot. You have guys that should be advanced, but their racing score allows for them to be here. And some of those guys will take advantage of that. So I know there's going to be some guys sitting in this pack when we're going at slower speeds, and they're just gonna be like zone one to them, so easy, and they're gonna get rambunctious. So I think there's gonna be a lot of attacks. So I'm gonna need a lot of gas. It'll be tough for them to go and stick, but can be done. As a matter of fact, I raced this course in a third race a couple weeks ago, but he had a guy break away. Anyway, so everybody else in the pack was second place. So it's possible, definitely possible. Break away and stay away. I'm not going to try that. I might try to stay near the front, and if attacks go on the hill or at the top of the hill, if I have enough juice, I might try to cover them and stay on the wheel, see what happens. But yeah, I think this is going to be a tough one. And that hill to finish it is just so tricky. So we'll see if I can play it perfectly and get myself a good finishing spot. Here we go. Fire being laid down right at. No shock there, right? Get everybody being here. Thanks, RT Go. Trevor, good to have you. Great to have you guys. Really great to have you, especially this early in the morning. At least for me, it's early. Hopefully, everybody on the other side of the pond has had a chance to drink a cup of coffee and work through a couple emails. So, yeah, name of the game is save energy as much as I can. This will be about a 30-minute race. I'm slightly disappointed. The Zwift has so many races on this course. Always kind of played out. Found tacking on top of the climb. The last lap worked well. Basically, just keep going while everyone sits up. Yeah, yeah. That's the strategy I'm most concerned about, and that's exactly what that one rider did who won in the first time I raced this. He did exactly that, which, you know, that was an advanced guy. He had the black A on Swift Power, so I mean, great job, guy. But I don't know, maybe race advanced. It's okay. Played it well. It's a good strategy. Something I'm concerned about. I want to make sure I don't get caught out by those. Also, right here coming up, go under this banner. A lot of guys have a power up to use. Guys with arrow. So like, oh, just push it right here. See if I can get some separation. Yeah. My boxing bonus. Ready tries that. And I'm up in the front, making sure everybody's staying civilized. So I think just arrow and draft that you can get. And no climbing power up. Not mistaken. While that climb is not super long, long enough for me to, I would really love to have a climbing power up. We're in a higher gear. I spin out a little bit. Yeah, black A's are nuts. I have breakfast. Well, I put calories in before. I wouldn't call it a breakfast, but a couple Pop Tarts. They like carbohydrate grab. Here, so since it's so early, I just do something like that. I'm not gonna wake up early enough to get oatmeal or something. Then I eat after as well, of course. Okay. Lydia has left the pack. was actually pretty tame. Thanks, Clay. Yeah. Use this here. Go down the hill. Don't need to have a drafting boost as much, and that should slow down. So, spot for it here. Higher gear, in out. All right. You got a plan for the ride, or is it just a case of hold on? Yeah. Yeah, I got a plan. So, obviously save energy here. However, that being said, I don't want to rely on the pack, bring back attacks. So if an attack goes, I kind of want to with that attack. Just sit on their wheel. Make other people chase. Because that's something I got stuck doing most of the times I raced on this course before, kind of pulling back attacks. Big waste of energy. Going with an attack is also a lot of energy, but in that case, you also have the chance of the attack going. So not attentive enough there. So, end game plan is stay near the front on the hills and on the final hill. Last time I raced, I didn't put a lot of power down on the hill, just enough to kind of stay mid path. So I had more for a sprint. Problem is, pack strung out. Well, I had a little bit for a sprint at the top. Didn't matter. Far behind. So, final lap. I'm still in pack. I want to go for good positioning on the final climb. Second, third wheel. And then give everything I got to get to the top. Another attack. Far back. Ah. Ah. Yeah, that's always the decision, isn't it? Am I going to close it or rely on somebody else? Three motivated guys working together. May never see them again. So yeah, retrospect, somebody else might have shut it down, but might have got away too. So the risk. And truly, I'm a little greedy. I do want a podium if I can get it. Uh, that final climb will be the I have the ultimate say so, but we'll see. Yeah, yeah, that burned. That burned for sure. Here's another one. Ah, no attacks, please. All right. Ah, jeez. Yeah, exactly it right now. Try to recover. Hopefully that's what everybody's doing. I forgot to use my power up last time. This manner. Oh Jesus. Ah, had a gear malfunction. Went the wrong way. Oh, yeah. Oh, jeez. Not at my strongest there. That's for sure. Oh my gracious. I faded hard. That's so brutal. Does that? It's not even on the hill. It's after. It's like, it's so dirty. That's so dirty. I closed that in my app. Yeah. Yeah. No, you're right. I can't argue with the effort. I mean, I gave it everything. I can't. I'm not going to leave this ride thinking, oh, I wish I would have given more. That was it. That was absolutely all I had. Even beating that last guy at the end, not that it matters that much. I mean, 17th to 18th place, who cares? But I don't know. I emptied the tank. I went 7 at least. Small victories. Small victories. Let me get on this bike and spin. Oh, I can't even get on the bike right now. I'm destroyed. That absolutely destroyed me. I've never had so much trouble clipping it. Okay. Still not clipped in. So, list of all finishers. Let's see what we can do. I mean, I was 4 seconds behind the leader. Just on that final push. Dude took off. Impressive. Impressive, impressive. You had some heavy guys up here too. A Raymer. Watts. 4.1. Well, actually not a huge guy. He just put a lot of power out. Strong guys. Lighter guys. But I liked this race because it was a mixture. I looked on Zwift Power. You had some light, but you had some heavy too. Like me. I didn't do bad. 3.4 out of a 280 for 82, 83 kilograms. All right. That's pretty good. Energy conservation. So, I mean, I think I raced it well. I mean, the one question mark was going after that single attack, which, being honest, was one of those situations where in my head, I was like, let's attack. Let's go with this move. But I don't want to bring people with me. So I'm just going to go all in and chase them. But I thought in my head. But then the power that actually went into the pedals, different. Not enough. And I just pulled the pack back. So, yeah. But hey, it happens. Yeah, the other guys get a say too. And there's some strong racers out here today. Very strong. I stayed with the pack. An upper A category race. So that's all right. I'm okay with that. Sometimes you just don't have the best legs. I certainly did not today. After the second lap, I was like, ooh, uh-oh. This may not be my best performance. Wasn't. Uh, so it happens. I'll always come in. It's not always sunny, right? Sometimes it's rainy day too. You still have to do your best. I certainly think I did that best I could for today. I was more efficient than a lot of guys. Yeah, you know what? RT, I also think I could have done better on the RPMs up that hill. That's something I've been playing with. On one hand, a big cardiovascular effort, high RPMs, seated, and get your climb in that way, or stand up in the saddle, or out of the saddle. Low RPMs, big watts, but you're using your body weight. I've been playing with that more lately. Sometimes it works real well, sometimes not. I think the problem with using that strategy here, especially right before the sprint, is that I don't have much power left in my legs. My cardiovascular system isn't as fatigued, but power in my legs isn't the same. So that cost me. Plus, I did make that one mechanical mistake where I wanted to shift to a lighter gear right at the top of the hill there and sit down for a little bit. And I actually ended up going into a heavier one where definitely lost some spots and kind of flustered me as well at a really inopportune moment. So, when you're doing such a big effort, sometimes you make silly mental mistakes like that. Unfortunately, that happened to me today. Yeah, and then like you said, going after that attack. Yeah, I think I just mentioned it. You probably heard me. So uh, I wanted to go with the attack. I wanted to put out like watts, get away from the pack, go with the attack. After that climb, again, the legs just brain said go, but the legs said no. So I mean, this is I think my fourth or fifth race in the 570, 725. So I'm newer to this category. So I just have to get used to power that these guys put out. It's much less rest than the other categories, I would say. And I mean, not that the rest isn't there, but the attacks on the hills are just massive. So I have to get used to that. I mean, what was that, like a 45-second effort, maybe a minute up that hill? And it's not even really steep, but I mean, I'm at like 400, 500 watts to stay on the wheels. That's not attacking, that's just staying with the guys. I don't know, that's pretty impressive if you ask me. Pretty impressive. I am grinding again. But yeah, I think I'll find a rhythm. I'm sure I will. Finding a rhythm with, like you said, the RPMs, standing to seated ratio. best energy conservation method for that, I would say. Uh, and uh, and just yeah, getting with the flow of this category, how it goes, getting more confidence. I think the more races you get into, more confident you get, means a lot. I mean, that matters. Uh, I did have a race earlier in the high A category where I ended up winning, which kind of blew my mind. But it was kind of suited to me, and also I executed the finishing stretch to perfection, clutch sprint. So that gave me some confidence, for sure, that I could hang with these guys. Uh, thing is, when you start hitting, some of the better riders in here, they, I'm 17th, so I mean that's telling me there were some pretty strong riders in this race. You know, it's going to take an absolutely immaculate effort for me to beat them. I just don't have, not at their level. So, but I'm going to work on it. Keep working on it. Keep getting better. Goal is get into the advanced category. I want to go advanced next year, 2026. Go advanced, and I guess that's it, right? Can't get any higher. Race against some real monsters. So yeah. So for RPMs on the sprint, you're right. I actually advocate for exactly the same range as you do, around 100 to 110, sometimes even higher. I think I've got a video out there for sprint form. You'll see what I consider to be ideal form. Today was not. It was not ideal. Uh, but I mean, yeah, I mean, just for me, I've won races at the top of hills when the finishing banner is at the top of the hill. I have success with that. For whatever reason, when I do a race where it's uphill and then it flattens out to the finish, and you don't have any time, if the bunch has the time to recollect, I've got enough time to set myself up, position, and go. It's a bunch sprint, right? At the top of a hill, I know it finishes at the top of the hill. I know I just need to stay near the front and then put in as much power as I can, empty the tank, top. I've got a good shot. But for this, when you're climbing, then going flat, it's all strung out, and then you got the finish with no time to reset. That's a skill I still need to figure out. I'm not good at that. I need to find some people who maybe I'll watch some other videos of stage one here, see what other guys did. Some people who might have won, see how they approach that kind of a finish, because that's a brutal one for me. That's really brutal for me. Yeah, I mean, 60-year-olds with 400 power. Ah, I want to grow up to be like them. I mean, granted, most of them are probably tired pros and you know guys who have been riding for decades. But man, that's just so impressive. I really, that's one of the things that draws me to cycling is uh, is how you can still do it into older age, and you have people out there who are just mind-blowingly good into an old age. I mean, just like knocking my socks off, like just leaving me in the dust. And I'm not, I wouldn't consider myself to be in bad shape or anything like that. I'm in my 40s, and I'm in pretty good shape, I think. But yikes, some of these guys are just so good. They're so good. All right, I guess I got to get myself to work. So I really appreciate everybody coming on, watching me today, supporting me. Lord knows I needed it today. And I'll do these more often again. I know I kind of got away from it, but yep, I'll do some more. I've got a video dropping on Thursday, edited race summary. Should be entertaining. Hope check it out. And yeah, signing off till next time. So,